We opened Grow Your Gift Conservatory of Music in August of 2016. We opened the doors here at our Bill Parkway location in May of 2019. Well, I decided to bring music back to our community after my lifelong love for music. I started playing piano when I was 7. I first touched a clarinet when I was 8. I actually graduated from the Fort Walton Beach Viking Band here in Fort Walton Beach, and I went on to college at the University of Southern Mississippi. Tuition was paid by music. I did go on to get my master's degree thinking I was going to go into a different career field, but God said no. I've put music on the inside of you and music will come out of you, so here we are back at Grow Your Gift Conservatory of Music. Well, I will tell you that maintaining that balance has been difficult. It's been a journey, a lot of learning along the way. I will also tell you that I have an incredible team here at Grow Your Gift Conservatory of Music. Once I read a book called Clockwork, it essentially breaks down how you balance your personal life, your professional life, and how you hire the right people to help reach your vision and reach your goals. So I've been slowly letting go of different parts of our operation. They are run exactly how I would like them to be run, and so I'm very happy with the product that we have here. I'm even more happy with what I have going on at home with my 2 teenagers and my husband. The Full Circle Foundation is the nonprofit arm of Grow Your Gift Conservatory of Music. When I opened the conservatory, I realized that finances are going to be an obstacle for those who want to learn music. The foundation is now fully operational with a full board, and we will now be able to go into local middle and high schools serving choruses and band students working in small groups, because our goal is to make sure these musicians are having fun first and then understanding the fundamentals of their music, which will then strengthen their programs. In addition to going into the local schools, we will also be partnering or continuing to partner with Symphonia Youth Orchestra, the Montessori Learning Center here in Fort Walton Beach, and we'll be able to take on new partnerships with nonprofits such as Shelter House and Opportunity Place. And then our last opportunity with the foundation is to be able to provide financial scholarships for anybody in our community who is desiring to learn music, do instruments or voice, and may not have the budget for it at this time. So the Full Circle Foundation is going to continue to keep the music playing in our community, and I am so blessed to be able to do that for the community with my counterparts of the Board of Directors. We have a total of 11 employees. That includes our music instructors and our office staff, and of course all of them are just as equally important to make sure that Grow Your Gift continues to grow and we continue to serve. Grow Your Gift Conservatory of Music serves people of all ages. Our youngest student is 6 months old, and 6 months old to 5 years old can attend our Baby Bops music class. Our oldest student is 73 years old who plays saxophone. He is actually one of our virtual students who uses our Tonara virtual platform, and he is able to have that parallel experience just like we would have here in the studio. So we serve students of all ages, and all of them get something out of what they're able to do inside of our walls. Back to when I was a new business owner, something that I think I would have loved to understand is you're going to have an incredible team around you, and you have to trust them. There is no way that you can do this all by yourself. Even if you are a business owner of one, employee of one, you have to have somebody that you could at least bounce ideas off of. And I would also tell you, find a mentor. The mentor does not need to be somebody that is in your same community. It needs to be somebody that has already seen your vision and accomplished your goals so they can help guide you so that you can reach your own goals. Grow Your Gift Conservatory of Music is dedicated to keeping the music playing in our community. You can find us on Bill Parkway in between Sonny's Barbecue and Taco Bell. You can also find us online at growyourgiftmusic.com. God bless you.
We know that July 4th wasn't really about true freedom for everyone.
No.
This is kind of our, literally, our Independence
like
Day.
60 years later.
Juneteenth was the day that the last slaves were freed in America. In 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation went into effect, but not all states really sort of got the memo in time. And June 19th, 1865, Galveston, Texas.
Wow. Okay, so that was when we physically were out of bondage on Juneteenth.
So like a lot of my family's from Texas, so
Okay.
a lot of them like try and celebrate Juneteenth whenever we can. Whenever we did like celebrate it, we always had like the giant cookouts. Fried chicken was always on point. Fried fish was always on point. And like,
Is it usually always a cookout?
Cookouts are really like the cornerstone of the culture. I'm sure food is gonna be in there no matter what.
No matter what.
I grew up in a West Indian household, and so Juneteenth wasn't and isn't really a big part of our culture. It was something that when I found out about it, I was like, wow, how did I never hear about this?
Exactly. I feel the same way. I grew up in a Nigerian household, and my neighborhood was pretty white, so nobody was celebrating Juneteenth. I'm not even shameless to say this, but Blackish episode is what put me on Juneteenth.
I'm talking about Juneteenth. It was the 20th, but the 19th when it was told to us.
I think if more people knew it existed, they would understand why it's important, because if we're talking about independence, the independence of Black people should be celebrated as well. I think on a state level, it's like a state holiday.
in 45 states, yeah.
Oh, really?
45.
Not even
wow.
all of them, 45 states.
45 states.
So I mean, we only got 5 more to go. Might as well just make it national, right?
100%. I usually don't like cornbread, but I'm gonna go for it because it looks really
I'm
good.
gonna try the okra actually.
I'm gonna go with the mac and cheese.
So we have the cornbread. Is that some people be having their cornbread way too dry. I love a little crunch around the exterior of it or whatever.
That's why I
But
kinda like
the
the
middle
head.
has to be soft.
Here's our classic fried chicken.
I'm just going in
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
hand.
that's what I was
What's
supposed
the
to do.
shame? You can't come to a cookout expecting to sit there and just be like,
No, it's not gonna be a neat affair.
Nah. My personal favorite, the mac and cheese. You could definitely tell that they weren't shy about putting the cheese in there. It's gonna put you to sleep right after you eat it. Personally, that's what I look for in my mac and cheese.
We have the okra.
I personally don't really love okra.
Okay.
really?
The thing with okra, it's definitely personal because it is a slimy situation. So if you're not used to slimy stuff, it's not good. And then we have our watermelon.
You gotta have your
This
red.
is our
Yes.
redness, all the stuff.
So I was like, wait a minute, I'm seeing a lot of red here. I feel like red is probably a theme that everybody knows, and I'm just the only one finding it out now, but it actually comes from slavery. The hibiscus plant came over as part of the slave trade, and so the red of the hibiscus, obviously symbolism with the blood of the slaves. I think they want to just not forget it, but at the same time celebrate that we're freedom. Just dessert
Okay. This is a huge slice of cake. This is
Yes.
diabetes all in one plate.
This is double what I normally go for.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my god.
That's really good.
Red velvet is always a favorite.
Oh my God.
June 19th is the day that we need to be celebrating moving forward, and let's try to get it a national holiday.
Everyone should celebrate it, whether you're Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever you are, purple, brown, whatever. We should be celebrating Juneteenth because it means it was finally when everyone was recognized as whole human beings and not owned as property.
Look, if you like to eat
Yeah.
and you like to enjoy yourself, why not celebrate it?
Try something new. Go out, learn a little bit.
Tell a friend to tell a friend about Juneteenth.
Yes.
And you will not be sorry.
Happy Juneteenth! Where do you think people mess up with mac and cheese? Because that's a
Don't do
whole
too much.
debacle.
The minute I see raisins in anybody's mac and cheese, I was like, no, I'm not gonna have that.
We incorporated in 2017. I started off 4th of July 2017 selling light tour on the harbor walk side of the property. Next day I showed up, they ran me off the property, and I just wandered down here with my duffel bag to a guy named Brandon walked up to me after when I was selling. I told him nothing. This is a true story. Guy had a seizure in the middle of the parking lot, and everybody yelled for this guy. So I asked this guy to set up in his t-shirt shop. Who was that? They're like the property manager. When he walked back down the hill, he asked me about why I was selling. He had something I opened up, sold all of my line of toys that night, so we come back up and set up in front of that building right there. And that day turned into what y'all see behind you. Gave me a chance and I ran. That's hard because I got kids at home. I have my mother that lives with me. She helps us out tremendously. Make sure that I'm free enough to come down here, check in the morning if I need to work long days. So with managing it, I don't see my kids doing a summer basically. That's why I try to put as much time with them during the winter vacation, and we spend a lot of time in Orlando. So during the summer it's just strict, and I'm blessed enough with God. I only have to really put in 90 or 120 days of work, and then I can get back to my family. But balancing family and life during the season, that's hard. That's hard. I'm still trying to figure that one out. My retirement plan is generational wealth. I want people to remember me. Now, I don't want people to go to a funeral. I don't want people to bury me. I want people to remember me 20 and 30 years. I want people to talk about either my uncle Chuck, my cousin Chuck, my daddy Chuck, my great-great-daddy Chuck, and say what I started, what I built. It takes generations to build wealth, so I'm just trying to put one of those pebbles in place. Well, my kids and the rest of my family set up a lot of me. Don't be afraid for anybody to tell you no. Don't be afraid for somebody to shut the door in your face. So if somebody tell you no, take that. I expect a no. Anywhere I go, asking for anything in business, a loan. Well, actually, I ain't never asked for it. All this came straight out the pocket, not paying bills. Sometimes you don't believe in yourself. So believe in yourself, but never be afraid of someone to tell you no. That's the best advice I got to give you. And if your business fail, hit the reset button. Get back to your work again. This is not where I started, and I started years ago with a record label in 1999. That didn't work out. Home health care, that did well, didn't work out. Construction business, so your success story is the trials and tribulations you go to, and you'll figure it out when you get to the end if you make it. All right, my name is Chuck Sanders. I'm the owner of the JDC Group Unlimited LLC. We're located mainly right here at 102 Harbor Boulevard, Suite C. That's on the Destin Harbor, right between AJ's and Harbor Walk Village. I have Uncle Chuck Bounce Houses. I have the Smoke and Soul AK Harbor Snacks Food Truck. And we just have fun. We party down here from spring break into Labor Day weekend. So y'all come see me. Good ribs, good food, good atmosphere. Uncle Chuck.
June 19th is also known as the holiday Juneteenth. It is the oldest known celebration to honor the end of slavery in the United States. The holiday is most often celebrated in African American families or communities. Today, with computers and smartphones, news travels instantly. But after the Civil War, the Emancipation Proclamation had to be carried from place to place and read aloud. That was the document issued by President Abraham Lincoln to say that enslaved people in the South must be set free. It took 2.5 years for news of freedom to reach enslaved people living in Texas. On June 19, 1865, they finally got the word. They were free. Jubilation, joyful celebrations broke out in places where the Emancipation Proclamation was read, and that was the start of today's Juneteenth traditions. People share stories of that great day, have picnics, attend rodeos and baseball games, go fishing, and have fun with family and friends. Juneteenth is also a time to learn and celebrate new things. Many museums offer Juneteenth programs and exhibits. Although the holiday has its roots in Texas, it shows appreciation for African American history and culture, and for the freedom of people everywhere. What would your Juneteenth celebration be like?
My name is Officer Terrence James, a police officer here at Fort Walton Beach Police Department. I'm a member of the Community Policing Unit, and I've been here 4 years. In 2017, I went back to the academy because normally you can only have a 4-year lapse in service. No stranger to law enforcement. I was a police officer in Wichita, Kansas for 13 years. So I'm pretty much continuing right now. Because it had been the past 4 years, I had to go back to the academy. No, not at all. There's a lot of officers that look just like me. We have a great working relationship with the community, which I feel is very important. I know sometimes a call will come out, and normally I don't go to 911 calls a lot. I'm more of a community-based officer downtown. But if I do hear addresses or certain areas of town and something's going on, I try and make myself available to go down to try and build rapport. Because, like I said, I've been here since 1979, so I know a lot of people know me. So I try and be that buffer, because a lot of times, someone may be in distress, and if they see a familiar face that looks like them, they're going to be more apt to possibly help us out with whatever's going on. So I make it a point to try and go out to those calls. So I'm from Chicago, Illinois. My mom and I moved here when I was 13 in 1979. Growing up, really didn't have any ambitions to do a lot. Of course, everybody wanted to be a great athlete. Really didn't get a chance to thrive after college. I did join the military, but pretty much thought I was going to just do everything as a service member. I can say that it's a very noble profession. You see a lot of negative on TV, but just to say that everyone isn't like that. I wish I could speak for every law enforcement officer across the nation, but you can't. It starts with doing the right thing all the time, even when no one's watching. You have to be very ethical. Do the right thing. Practice what you preach. You can't be in the streets doing everything and then try and come to work and instill the law or try and uphold the law. Study hard. Keep a clean record. Of course, a lot of agencies do scrutinize things that you've done in the past. As long as you don't have any felonies and hard drugs in your past, you should be okay. Going back to the negativity that you see across the nation sometimes that our brothers and sisters of blue get involved in, the fact that most agencies are going to body-worn cameras, that should deter a lot of officers from not doing the right thing, but sometimes they get caught up in the moment. Not trying to defend them, but everybody should be doing the right thing at all times. Because I don't want to be on World Star or CNN across the nation for doing something that I shouldn't be doing. So we aren't in the business of violating people's rights. It does happen sometimes. Really haven't heard anything in the surrounding areas in quite some time about that, but we're a small community, and believe it or not, the citizens, they love us. I'm walking downtown all the time, and people are always blowing the horns and saying, hey, we back the blue and everything, so really appreciate that. Makes me feel good that at least I'm out there trying to do the right thing. So the end game for me, retire in about 6 years. Hopefully I will be able to make it to the rank of detective. Once the people get promoted and stuff like that, that will leave an opportunity, for me to hopefully advance and make it upstairs, which is where all of our investigators are. And when it's all said and done, if I can, make a difference in someone's life throughout my career. You know, it may only reach a couple people, but if I can make a difference in one person's life, I think it's worthwhile. Like I said, I've been doing this almost 17 years. I love what I do. Wouldn't do anything else. My dad is a retired chief of police. My stepmother, she's passed on. She was a sheriff's deputy as well. So law enforcement is kind of in my blood. That's pretty much all I know. So my name is Officer James. I'm with the Fort Walton Beach Police Department. Basically, you can contact us on our non-emergency number, 850-833-9546. But if it's an actual emergency, we will dial 911. The thing is that when people dial 911, they're going to ask you if you need fire or EMS. And then they're going to ask you the location. So if you live within the city limits of Fort Walton Beach, they're going to transfer you to us. So, you know, a lot of times someone may be in dire need of something and they're going to call 911, which goes to the call station, the college. And then once they find out that it's in Fort Walton proper, they're going to call our dispatch downstairs that we just saw, and then they're going to send officers out.
So the event room was a dream of mine. I'm going to say a little over probably 15, 20 years ago. I've always loved to do events, plan parties for friends, and my husband was in the military and he told me to get my business started, and when he retired, he would work for me. Unfortunately, I lost him in Afghanistan in 2011 and decided in 2013 to pursue the event room. So this is a dream that he and I had, and just seeing it come to pass. So I maintain work-life balance by learning to give myself grace. There are many days where I break down. There are many days where I say, why do I do this? And there are many days where I say, now this is why I do this. Some days are hard, some days are easy. You just have to, you know, maintain it and keep going. So my end game, hopefully, is to build a bigger venue. However, I do want to create generational wealth and pass this venue down to someone who is worthy of it. There's always something that I'm trying to do, always keeping up with the latest, greatest decor. Most likely I will be probably selling decor to other people like me who love to do decor and design. Well, once again, I am LaShawna DeVille, owner of the event room where your event speaks for itself, Gold Star Military Spouse, and you can catch us at 1825 Purwood Road, Suite 11. You can also catch us at our website, www.fwbeventroom.com.